All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made. You know we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. For those of you that are coming on, I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button. Please tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know Prophet Ramon Preston, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live right here. If you could see the skyline behind me in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. It is Monday. It is Millionaire Monday. And today on this Millionaire Monday, guess what? We're going to talk about the Millionaire Way. If you ready to get that bag, if you know Millie is calling your name, I want you to hit that like button, hit that share button, tag family members and friends, and let everybody know Prophet Ramon Preston and the Ramon Preston Show and the squad is live in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And he is going to be talking to us today about the Millionaire Way. And this is not going to be capping. This is not going to be exaggerating. This is not going to be me faking and flaunting as if I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is going to be pure information and value to help you apply to your life so you can take your business, your ministry, your income streams, your wealth building dreams to the next level. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. When you hit the like button, when you hit the share button, when you tag somebody, text somebody and let them know the Ramon Preston Show is live, immediately after that, I want you to drop in the comments, what city are you watching your boy from? We are live in Buckhead, and I want to know where you're watching us from. What city are you representing? Please put in the comments what city you're watching us from. I'm so excited about today. I'm super excited about today, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? I know without a shadow of a doubt, what I'm going to be sharing with you today about the Millionaire Way is going to change and transform not just your mindset, but I believe it's going to change and transform your methods on not just how you think, but on how you operate with regard to your business, to your finances, to your freedom. Because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So please put in the comments what city you're watching us from. I want to know what city you're watching us from. So today we're talking about the Millionaire Way. And I want to show you exactly what you need to do to put your business, to put your family, to put your church, to put your tribe in a position to live a millionaire life. And beyond the idea of living a millionaire life, we're talking about living a life of freedom. That's what it's about. It's about you having the freedom and the flexibility to do what you believe God has called you to do. It's about you having the freedom and the flexibility to take care of yourself and your family, your children, your children's children. It's about you being able to live the life that God has actually given you the opportunity to live. You know, the Bible says, and I ain't going to preach to you today, but I'm going to preach to you today. The Bible says in John 10:10 that the thief comes but to steal, kill, and destroy. The enemy. And the thief is not just the devil. The enemy is not just the devil. The thief and the enemy is poverty. The thief and the enemy is ignorance. The thief and the enemy is sickness and all of the things that come to perpetuate the same cycles in your life to keep you from living your best life. But John 10:10 says the thief comes but to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus said, but I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So I don't want you to just live, but I want you to live in abundance. And so I want to talk to you today about the Millionaire Way. Please put in the comments what city you're watching us from. Shout out to all of our coaching clients, all of our new coaching clients, all of our Blueprint Game Plan members, all of our new Blueprint Game Plan members. Shout out to those of you who are interested and who have been reaching out to us about our new business certification and licensing program. Today, I have an amazing offer that I'm going to extend to every one of you. So whether you are a follower on social media, whether you're here for the first time, whether you are already in our ecosystem as a Blueprint Game Plan member, a coaching client, a consulting client, have an offer for everyone across the board, and I want you to get in where you fit in, because I want to make sure, my team wants to make sure, our company wants to make sure that you end 2021 stronger than ever. And you can actually do it. But in order for you to do it, there are some mindsets that you have to adopt. There are some methods that you have to adapt to. And once you adopt those mindsets and adapt to those methods, you're actually going down the road of Millionaire Way. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ramon Preston. I'm the host of the Ramon Preston Show. And every Monday through Friday, we show up here live for free to give you information that we know is specifically and strategically designed to help you properly start, structure, and at some point scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and even your wealth building dreams. So if you have a desire to start or structure or maybe scale a new business, a current business, your finances, a ministry or nonprofit, or just some wealth building dream that you have, if you want to properly start it, properly structure it, and properly scale it, that's what we specialize in. And so everything that I share with you on the Ramon Preston Show is an extension of our company. We have several divisions that make up our company. We have a consulting division where we provide professional world-class consulting to individuals, to entrepreneurs, to real estate investors, to people who really want to put the right systems and structures and processes together in order to scale their businesses. We also have a coaching division where we provide a one-year business coaching program. This one-year business coaching program gives you 1 year of 52 weeks of touch points with weekly coaching calls like today, Monday. Every Monday at 5 o'clock, we host a weekly coaching call. I share a lot of very exclusive information with our coaching members. We give you an opportunity to ask questions during our Q&A. This one-year business coaching program also gives you access to our Blueprint Game Plan, our online training program for 1 year. It's on-demand, interactive, 24 hours, 7 day a week, 365 day a year program that you have access to learn the most important aspects of everything that we teach and train our clients and our customers on. This one-year business coaching program also provides you quarterly coaching masterminds, quarterly VIP workshops where we teach you and train you on the nuts and bolts of sales and marketing and holding companies and divisions and subsidiaries and how to file and form your paperwork. We teach you on financial systems, tax strategies, accounting, QuickBooks. We teach you on marketing. We give you everything you need to be successful in your business and in your finances. You know why? Because your success is our success. And so this show is an extension of that. So everything that I share with you on this show, I want you to always keep in mind that I myself, my wife, my team, our company, we live it. It's a mandate. Nobody around me is going to be around me and they're not living what I'm living. Doesn't mean that I'm like this dictator, but to some extent, I'm going to demand that they live up to the best standards, the best practices, so that they can live their best life. And so everything that we share with you, we live it. And we teach and we train it. And so I'm giving you the game. And I want you to not just take advantage of what I share with you on the show today or any day, but I want you to take advantage of the offers and opportunities that we provide. There's going to be an amazing offer that I extend to you today. So whether this is your first time, thank you so much for joining the Ramon Preston Show. Whether you are a regular on the show, I just appreciate you following us. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you giving us feedback and engaging us. Excuse me. It means the world to me. It means the world to my team. So today we're going to talk about the Millionaire Way, the Millionaire Way. And in talking about the Millionaire Way, there are a few things that I want to establish even before I get into the details, because there are a lot of statistics, there are a lot of stats, okay? There are a lot of surveys, there are a lot of studies that have been done on people who are considered millionaires, okay? And this is not some vague or arbitrary idea or concept when it comes to being a millionaire. There are actually millionaires in this world. And this was a question that I posed in our recent free boot camp that we hosted, which, by the way, if you missed the free boot camp, it was an amazing experience. It was our end of the year give back to our community to provide a free boot camp to share some information on the pillars of business success. We talked a lot about goal setting, scheduling. We talked a lot about business systems, financial systems. We talked about marketing, sales. I mean, I just dumped for 4.5 hours, I believe, almost 5 hours, just information for free to be a blessing to our community. So anyway, when you think about all of the studies, all of the statistics, the surveys, and the science behind people who are considered to be millionaires, here is a very interesting statistic. And I really want you to hear me today because I want to engage your mind. I want to engage your mind. The reason why I want to engage your mind because I want your methods to change. This is going to be a big deal, okay? There are statistics that show, studies, surveys, real numbers that show 88% of today's millionaires. Think about that, 88%. That's pretty much like 9 out of 10 people. Okay, so 88% of anything is almost everything, right? Can we agree on that? If you see a number that says 88%, that's almost 9 out of 10 people. You could pretty much say 9 out of 10 millionaires today. 9 out of 10 millionaires today. 9 out of 10 millionaires today. I want you to think about that. Every time you hear about a millionaire, every time you see a millionaire, every time you come across a millionaire, every time you get an opportunity to learn something from a millionaire, 9 out of 10 millionaires, statistically speaking, are considered to be self-made millionaires, meaning that what they have accomplished was from their own efforts. It was not given to them. It was not passed down to them. It was not some big break that a family member gave them or a rich uncle provided for them or some inheritance was released to them. 9 out of 10 millionaires today are considered to be self-made millionaires. So this is where the idea or the concept of the millionaire way comes from, because if 9 out of 10 millionaires today are self-made millionaires, meaning that they had to figure it out to become millionaires, first of all, what that tells me is there are millionaires in the world today. So can we all agree on that? By a show of hands. I know I can't see your hands in real life, but by a show of hands, can we all agree that there are millionaires in the world today? All right, so can I ask you that question? Do you believe that there are millionaires in the world today? Okay, so do you know any millionaires today? Yes. Think about that. So if you believe that there are millionaires in the world, if you know at least one millionaire, then that should at least trigger your mind to find the belief that if there are millionaires, and if you possibly know a millionaire, that there's a possibility, like, even if it's not a big possibility, let's just like push you to the edge. There is a possibility that you can potentially become a millionaire. Because why shouldn't you? Like there has to at least be a possibility or the potential for you to be a millionaire. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you can possibly or potentially be a millionaire? Now, if you don't believe that, I want to challenge that lack of belief, because do you believe that someone on this planet at some point will become a millionaire? Well, if you believe that there are millionaires, and if you believe that you know a millionaire, why can't you believe that there's a possibility somebody else, that somebody else can actually be you? It's just a matter of you, back to my first point, adopting certain mindsets and adapting to certain methods. This is what I'm calling the millionaire way. So now when you look at the studies and the surveys and the statistics and all the science that people have done for years and have conducted for years to figure out how people have become millionaires, there are certain behavior patterns that they have. There are certain habits that they have. I like to say it another way. There are certain disciplines that they have that you can call the millionaire way. There are just certain ways that millionaires operate. There are certain ways that millionaires move. There are certain ways that millionaires function. So if you and I can learn those ways, adopt those ways, and adapt to those ways, you at least give yourself a better possibility and a better probability of becoming a what? A milli-milli. It's possible. And listen, don't get caught up on this word millionaire to the extent that you miss a bigger word called freedom. Because you're not chasing money as becoming a millionaire as much as you should be chasing freedom. That's what you should be chasing. You should be chasing freedom. So let's think about this. The millionaire way. The millionaire way. So Ramon, what is the millionaire way? Well, there are certain ways that millionaires move. There are certain ways that millionaires operate. There are certain ways that millionaires function. And studies and surveys all across the board show that most millionaires, almost all millionaires, have these same ways in common. There are certain things that they have that other people don't have. There are certain moves that millionaires make. There are certain operations millionaires have. There are certain functions that millionaires possess that most people in society don't have. Now again, it doesn't mean if you adopt all these ways, if you adapt to all these ways, it doesn't guarantee necessarily that you're going to become a millionaire. But what it at least does is it puts you in a better mindset, and it puts you in a better method of practices to give you a greater possibility or probability of becoming a millionaire. So just think about it. If you adopt the millionaire way, whatever these things that millionaires have that you adopt and you adapt to, let's just say hypothetically, okay? We just be hypothetical for a moment. Let's just dream for a moment, all right? So let's just say you take upon the millionaire ways and you do what these millionaires do. You operate like millionaires operate. You function like millionaires function. In other words, you have what millionaires have outside of the money, but you have all the other things, right? Let's just say you do that. Even if monetarily you don't become a millionaire, is there a chance that you'll be better off than you are right now? I'm asking you a question. If you just had what millionaires have, because a lot of people look at millionaires and say, oh, millionaires got money. I wish I had what a millionaire has. But all you're thinking about is money. All you're thinking about is the car. All you're thinking about is the house. Which the truth is, most of today's millionaires don't even flaunt and floss all that other stuff. Because there are a whole lot of people who are not millionaires who have the nicest cars. There are a lot of people who are not millionaires who have the nicest houses. As a matter of fact, here's an old saying. Poor people work towards looking rich, and rich people work towards looking broke. So if you look at the average rich person, you almost have to dig deep to find out they're actually rich. And I'm not talking about the few people that you see on TV. Because most of the people that you see on TV, they're celebrities, they're famous, they have an image to live up to, but a lot of them ain't even millionaires. There are a whole lot of people on social media who are influencers, who have millions of followers, who are not millionaires. Just because you got 1 million followers don't mean you're a millionaire, right? Just because you got 1 million likes doesn't mean you're a millionaire. Just because you have 1 million relationships don't mean you're necessarily a millionaire. So we want to take upon the habits and the disciplines and the operations and the functions, or the ways of a millionaire. So there are certain things that millionaires have that most people don't. And if you take upon these things, if you learn to possess these things, I can guarantee it can change you. Here's the first thing that millionaires have. Number one, millionaires have, let me just write it all down. Millionaires have big goals. That's one thing millionaires have. I can really stay on that one subject all day. I can stay right there all day. Because most people don't have big goals, number one, and most of them don't even know how to create big goals, number two, if there's a number two. So the first thing that millionaires have, we're talking about self-made millionaires. We're talking about people who got it from the muscle, who came out of the bottom, who just scrapped their way to where they are, and they have become millionaires. This is 9 out of 10 millionaires today. They are self-made, meaning that they took upon certain habits, certain disciplines. They developed certain operational functions. They possessed certain things that subsequently, or at some point, made them millionaires. Here's the first thing. The first things that millionaires have, all of them, almost across the board. I've never met a millionaire that didn't have it unless they just hit the lottery. And we're not even talking about like the trust fund babies, that's what we call them, or the millionaires that inherited their money from their family or it just was passed down. We're talking about self-made millionaires, people who have become millionaires because of certain efforts and certain habits and disciplines and operations and functions. The first thing they have is big goals. Now, when you say big goals, what do you mean? When I say big goals, first of all, you need to know what a goal is. If you're following me regularly and religiously, you should know what my definition of a goal is. My definition of a goal is a dream with a plan. So a goal by definition, a goal is a dream with a plan. That's what millionaires have. That's like the first thing most millionaires have. And they all have it in common. They have big goals. They have big goals. So let me give you a few examples. Let's say if you have a couple credit cards that you want to pay off before this year is out. Let's say if you got a couple things that you want to do, you might want to go on a vacation, you want to pay off a few credit cards, you want to put a couple $1,000s in the bank, you want to buy your boo or your spouse or significant other something very special for Christmas, whatever the goals are. Well, those could be legitimate goals, but are they actually classified as big goals or just regular goals? You see what I'm saying? So just to pay off a couple credit cards, just to go on a vacation, they're legitimate goals, but they're not big enough. Why are big goals important to millionaires? Here's why. Here's why. I've adopted and adapted to the same mindset and methods myself, so I know it's true. Big goals are important to millionaires and should be important to you, because when your goals are actually dreams with plans, now it challenges you. It demands you to dream big. Now, if your goals are your dreams and your dreams have to be big, now you have to think beyond paying off a few credit cards. You have to think beyond just being able to leave your job and work full time in your business. You have to think beyond just making sure you can get through the next few months of 2021. Because maybe it may take 5,000 or 10,000 or 15,000. Let's just say hypothetically, if you had $25,000 right now, that it will set you straight for the rest of the year. Let's just say that, okay? So let's say 25 grand right now would change your life. Like, would it actually change your life or just change the next few months of your life? Let's just keep it real. So let's say if somebody just handed you, let's just say if I handed you 25 grand, like bada bing, bada boom. I gave you $25,000. All right? Would that change your life? Like for real? Or would that just change a few moments or weeks or months of your life? Because $25,000 ain't really going to change your life. I mean, I don't know unless you live like under a rock somewhere that you don't even use US currency and like you just exchange dirt or rocks for your economic life, then $25,000 might change your life. But if you live in the United States of America or any civilized economic system, $25,000 might change a few moments of your life. And some of y'all like, man, I got more than $25,000 in credit card debt. I owe more than $25,000 on my car. Matter of fact, you probably owe somebody $25,000. So the moment they find out Ramon gave you 25 grand, they're going to be calling you, what up, dog? Hey, boo, how you doing? I'm straight. How you doing? Girl, I heard Prophet Ramon gave you them 25. Thanks. Can I get my 12? People going to be getting their money back. So here's my point in making this example for you. That won't be big enough for you. And every time you think about trying to get this 25,000 because you set a goal for 25,000, let's just say hypothetically, your subconscious is going to continue to remind you that ain't big enough. That ain't going to change nothing. But what if we did this? Now we finna talk. What if we just put a 1 in front of the 25? Would $125,000 change your life? Okay, some of y'all bad and bougie. What if we erase the 1 and what if we put 2? Oh my God, I'm getting excited right now. Now, would 225 change your life? What you say? Did I hear you say something? Oh, shh. Huh? You say stack up the commas? Okay, Future. There you go. We're going to run some commas up then. We're going to get like Future since we in Atlanta. We're going to run up some commas then. Now we put a comma. What if your goal was 2 million? Is that right? No. Try it. I need another 0. I'm over here just flaunting and I'm all off. Okay, 1 more 0, right? Ooh, I'm getting real excited. Sheesh. You start seeing numbers, it's like, you know what I mean? So here it is right here. Now you went from 25,000 to 2,250,000. Is that a big enough goal that could actually change your life? You see what I'm saying? This is what millionaires do. I had to learn this myself, but guess who I was listening to? I wasn't even listening to millionaires. I skipped the millionaires because I started reading books of millionaires a couple years ago. I remember when me and my wife, we shifted. Y'all done heard my story 1,000 times, so I ain't gonna go into details. But when my wife and I decided 3.5 years ago that we were shifting, that we wanted to build wealth, that we wanted to be free, like for real free. I had already listened to millionaires. I had already learned a lot from millionaires, and I realized that, number one, their goals were not big enough because most of them were living off of certain budgets and off of certain information that had limited them to actually think big. But the moment I started studying billionaires, I'm talking about, I probably read over 100 books in the first year just on billionaires, their lifestyles, their habits, their personality traits, you know, like their businesses, their prowess, their perspectives. And here's one thing I learned, and this is true of millionaires. They got big goals. They dream big. They dream big. So if you want to adopt and adapt to the millionaire way, first thing you need to have is what millionaires have. They have big goals. So whatever your goals are, my rich uncle, our rich uncle, one of our mentors, business, financial mentors, Uncle G, he says, he uses the 10X rule. He says, whatever your goals are, multiply that by 10. So if you got a $10,000 goal, make it 100,000. Even Dave Ramsey tells you that. If you got a $100,000 goal, he says it sometimes, not all the time. I ain't gonna shade Dave, but I'm just saying, Uncle G, our rich uncle, he definitely tell you, if you got a $100,000 goal, make it $1 million goal. Now, of course, there's going to be a plan. There's going to be work that you have to do in order to do it, but at least you can start framing your mind, wrapping your mind around the fact that you have to change your what? Your ways. You have to change your way. How are you going to change your ways? Well, you're going to change your ways because you're going to change your goals. You're going to have to change your goals. And so the first thing that millionaires have are big goals. A goal is a dream with a plan. So we just went, just in this example, from 25,000 to 2,250,000. Now, if your mindset is telling you, man, it ain't no way I can get $2,250,000. I mean, there's no way I'm ever going to get that. You're just tricking yourself out of an opportunity, dude. You feel me? Don't let your nerd talk you out of the possibilities and the probabilities of what you can achieve, or somebody can achieve it. Because I believe somebody between now and December 31st, somebody on this planet is going to achieve $2,250,000. Somebody. I believe somebody is going to achieve 22 million, 222 million, 2 billion and 220. Like, come on, it's endless. It's endless. The possibilities and the probabilities are endless, but it's all centered around you changing your ways. And the first way you need to change is by changing the way you think concerning the goals or the dreams that you have. And here's the truth. Most people that have small goals used to have big dreams. Especially when we were kids. I talk about it all the time to people, how when I was young, I remember when the song I Want to Be Rich came out. Y'all remember that song? I want money, lots and lots of money. I remember when that song came out. I think it was probably like 1988. So I was born in 76, right? So if it came out in 88, I was what, 12 years old? I remember when I used to listen to that song and think, man, I want to be rich. I'm in the hood. We poor. We ain't got nothing. No pot to pee in or when to throw it out. But guess what? I wanted to be rich. What was I actually doing at 12? Thank you. I was dreaming. Now, guess what happened? I start getting talked out of my dream by the people I was around, by the environment I was in. And guess what happened? Listen, I remember when I started resetting my mind and like really clearing my life out. And what I mean by clearing it, it's kind of like a form of deliverance that you go through, where you go all the way back to your mother's womb and you just clear the pathway out, move all the clutter in order for you to be able to move forward. It's really a deliverance process that you go through. A lot of experts outside of the church, they might call it clearing yourself. But for us in church, we call it you got delivered. You got full of the Holy Ghost and you got delivered. Whatever you call it, it doesn't even matter. Deliverance or just getting cleared up, right? When I cleared myself, when I cleared that line out, the umbilical cord, from my mother's womb all the way to that point in my life. I did this a couple years ago, about 3.5 years ago, when my wife and I started our new path. I realized that at 12 years old, when I was dreaming big, that I got talked out of my dream. I got so crushed and disappointed by what I saw going on around me, what my mama was telling me that never happened, my daddy was telling me that never happened, my grandma was trying hard to do her best to take care of me and my 2 sisters and my niece at the time, and she killed herself, literally just died trying to do it, and never was able to give us the quality of life that she may have wanted to. She did her best. But here's my point. I remember when I gave up on that. And don't you know, within a year, by the time I was 13 years old, I had quit school. I quit school by the time I was 13. I remember when I quit school. I was like in the 6th grade or something, and I quit school. My grandma thought I was going to school every day. And me and one of my homeboys, we were skipping school, going around the corner in the bushes, selling dope. At 13, I started selling dope. I started snorting cocaine. I was already smoking weed, cigarettes, drinking. But my point is, my life as it was as a 12-year-old going into becoming 13 spiraled out of control, and I was able to link it back to this. I lost my dreams. And I know I'm talking about money today, but I'm talking more about your mindset. I'm talking more about your life. For some of you, I'm talking about your legacy, because if you and I were sitting in front of each other talking today and you were honest with me, you would probably be able to go back as far as you possibly can through the trauma, through what you had to black out and just forget and get amnesia about. You could probably track where you gave up on big dreams you had. But I want to challenge you to get back to that dream. I want to challenge you to adopt the millionaire way. And not the millionaire way just to say you are a millionaire or you want to be a millionaire, but the millionaire way to say, I want to relive my dream. I want to get back to what I know works for me. I want to do what I know God put me on this earth to do. And guess what it starts with? It starts with a goal. And I'm not even going to go to the other ways today, because I just think this is a very personal moment. Because some of you are listening to me today and you like, Ramon, like, what am I supposed to do? Well, if you're starting here with dreaming big, your dreams require a plan. You cannot have a dream without a plan. So when I gave up on my dreams at 12 years old, I didn't even have a plan. I don't even know if I knew what a dream or a plan was. I had nobody around me who could actually help me, coach me, mentor me, assist me with making that possibility or probability happen. But for you, guess what? Whether you are just starting in your life, whether you are restarting the next life, or whether this is like life number 8 that you're trying to restart and reset, guess what? You can start dreaming again, but you're going to have to put a plan with that dream. Because when you start dreaming this big, when you start putting numbers with those dreams so that you can create a plan, you're going to realize very quick that, number one, you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. And number 2, you shouldn't want to do it by yourself. So here's the last thing that I want to talk about with this, because I'm not going to be able to get into the other things that millionaires have, but I'll go as far as I can this week with this discussion, because I really want to pull you in. First of all, I want to pull you out. I want to pull you out of the rut that you probably found yourself in because you gave up on your dreams. What do you mean I gave up on my dreams? Well, you used to dream big. You used to dream about having it all until you got around the wrong people, or you thought were the right people, but they were right for you at a certain time or on a certain level, but they might not be right for you on this next level. And so in order for you to have big goals or big dreams that are associated with big plans, here are the 2 things I want you to think about. because I teach this. I teach this in our masterminds. I teach this on our university training platform. I teach this to our coaching clients. I teach it to my staff, to my family. I teach it to anybody who want to listen to it. In order for you to have clearly defined goals, which are clearly defined dreams, two things you need to do. You need to qualify and you need to quantify. So in order to qualify a dream, that means you have to gather data. You have to gather information. Because it's going to be very difficult for you to dream big when you think small. Does that make sense? And if you're thinking small, it's only because of the information that you have gathered. It's because of the data that you have taken in. Okay? So a lot of times, and Jesus said it in the scripture, he says it's not what goes out of a man that defiles him, it's actually what came into the guy. It's actually what came into you. Like something got into you that messed you up so bad to the extent that everything you say and everything you do, your ways are bad. So a lot of people who are living certain ways financially, living certain ways economically, living certain ways socially, living certain ways even spiritually and physically, they didn't start out living that way. But what happened was they allowed the wrong information, the wrong data that reflects a certain way to get in them. And once it got in them and started germinating in them, that information and data created a way. And now they have a certain way of living. They live broke. They live poor. They live struggle. They live in scarcity. They were not built that way. They were not born that way. They were built and born to be great, built and born to be successful, built and born to create legacies and to experience wealth and have freedom. They were built and born that way. But the wrong information, the wrong data throughout the course of their life, they started gathering, and it created certain ways that, if truth be told, especially if that's you, they are not satisfied with. And so in order for you to have big goals, you got to qualify those goals with information. And then you got to quantify those goals with math. How do I qualify goals with information? Here's how you qualify goals with information. You start gathering new information about the Millionaire Way. You start learning the things that millionaires have learned in order to live the way that they're living. So that information, where is that information? Well, trust me, that information ain't gonna just be on Google. That information ain't gonna just be on social media. That information needs to be concentrated. This is one of the reasons why I push and push and push for people to join our university, get on our Blueprint Game Plan training program, to join our coaching program so that we can train you and coach you and walk you through the process, because all the other stuff doesn't work if the internal stuff doesn't work. What do you mean by all the other stuff? Well, I can show you, I have a marketing expert on my team. Okay? I mean, we've got some people in our company, on our team, that know their stuff. My wife is a sales expert. My wife knows her stuff. She's a boss, like serious boss, okay? I mean, I ain't too shabby myself now. I know a thing or two about business now. I mean, I built a $1 million business, soon to be multi-million-dollar business, soon to be billion-dollar business. So I know something about, and I come from nothing. I come from nothing. I come from nothing. No formal education, no background and pedigree with the right people. Didn't get a hand up or a lift up by anybody. Everything that I have created in terms of what we're talking about today. I would be considered a self-made milli. You know why? Because I got it from the muscle. But through the course of me getting it through the muscle, I had to figure out how to gather the right information, how to gather the right data, and how to systematize that information and data so that it could make sense to get me to where I knew I wanted me and my family and my church and my tribe and my community to be. And I've been able to accomplish that. And so for those of you that want to qualify your dreams or your goals with information, if you want to live the millionaire way, you got to have this. But you got to qualify it. How do you qualify it? You got to gather the right information. You got to get yourself in an ecosystem where you can brain dump and feed your brain, feed your mind with information that is strategically and specifically designed to get you to the millionaire way. Because some people, like, let's say if the millionaire way was a road, right? And you got to go up to the red light and you got to bust a left to get on millionaire way. Most of the information that you receive don't even put you on the right path. Most of the information have you stuck. Have you ever went to Google and started Googling certain things you want to find out about business, about holding companies, about financial literacy, about becoming a millionaire or being a billionaire or blah, 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 blah? Have you ever done that and found yourself like laughing at memes? Like 20 minutes later, you keying, cracking up. Oh, she's stupid. You know what happens? You got confused at an intersection because it was not strategically and specifically concentrated and designed to get you to where you need to go. So sometimes you got to pull yourself out of certain traffic, social media traffic, and concentrate on certain information and data that's going to get you where you need to go. Because see, as much as you see me on social media, I'm not on there listening to people. I'm not on there goofing off. I listen to very, 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 very few people. I mean, maybe I don't even think I got a handful of people I listen to. And I say listen to, I'm talking about like on a daily basis. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm not saying this to be like narcissistic or like real egotistical, but I'll rather listen to myself on things that I've taught, that I know work, rather than listen to some of the goofballs and idiots on social media who I know are talking a good one, but they're not living a good one, because what they say is different than what they live. And I don't want to hear that, because if I get that in me, that's what's going to come out of me. And it's not only going to come out in my mouth, it's going to come out in my ways. And you got to shift that. All right, you got to shift that. So you got to qualify it with information, but then you got to quantify it with math. And this is a part of a transition that most people have to go through. You have to quantify it with math. So for example, this is going to be my last point. Did I say that already? This is my last point. So how do you qualify and quantify? Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's just say you set a big goal between now and the end of this year. Let's say you set a big goal to make 100,000. So how do you qualify that goal with information? Here's how you qualify it. I have $100,000. What did I just do? I just qualified my dream with information, because I can look at that and read it and see I have. Now, some of y'all just missed the nuance in that statement. I didn't say I want 100,000. I didn't say God help me get 100,000. I didn't say, man, I just wish I had 100,000. I said, because I'm programmed, I'm disciplined, because I've done it so many times, I said I have. Now, do I literally have it or figuratively have it? Of course, figurative, well, literally I do, but I'm just saying, this is just an example. I put myself in present tense because I needed to qualify this dream with information, so that when I read the information, now I understand what I just wrote. I have $100,000. I qualified it with information. Now, to put a plan together to get it, to make sure that I got the right systems and processes and infrastructure and products and services, and that I'm selling it and I'm marketing and all those things, all those are tactics and mechanics. This is internal. This is like personal. This got to be in you. Because if this ain't in you, then this is why tomorrow when I talk to you, you're like, yeah, I'm broke. I'm struggling today, man. I ain't got a pot to pee in. Well, I know why. Because you ain't qualified your goal. Your dreams are not big enough. So I just qualified that with information. Now, how do I quantify it with math? This is going to be a quick lesson. We'll get back to this tomorrow. I quantify. This is a metric. I quantify it with math by putting a number down. Because see, I wrote $100,000, but now I can quantify it with a number. I can see $100,000 in metrics. Because if I pulled out my calculator, I can't type $100,000 in my calculator. So I will be able to qualify it with that information, but I won't be able to quantify it. Does that make sense? In order for me to quantify, I have to have numbers. I can put this in my calculator. So if I put 100,000 in my calculator, guess what I can do? How many weeks do we have? We have about 14 weeks left, right? So now I can look at 100,000 and say, how much money do I need a week in order to hit 100 grand? I divide 100,000 by 14. Oh, this is how much I need. I need 71.42 for 14 weeks. You see how I just quantified that? So now I took a goal, a dream. I qualified it with information. And now I'm able to quantify it with math because I have $100,000 up here. I got it here in numbers. And now I see that $100,000 is actually $7,142 every week for 14 weeks. Now you're thinking, well, how do I get 7142? Well, this is where your plan comes in at. This is where your plan comes in at. This is where your products come in at. This is where your prices come in at. This is where your sales come in at. This is where your marketing comes in at. So all these things are like outside of you being able to have clearly defined goals. I think I just gave you a good lesson today for free on a Millionaire Monday. So here's what the big offer is today. I want to extend an offer to you, especially if you are not a part of our one-year business coaching program. All right. You have no idea what our one-year business coaching program feels like, what it looks like, what it is like. I want to extend an offer to you. You can text the word coaching right now or once this show ends. And when you text the word coaching, I want to set up a one-on-one call with you. I want to schedule it like literally. If you text the word coaching within 20-30 minutes max, we're going to reach back out to you. And in that one-on-one call, we want to discuss the benefits of our one-year business coaching program. And the offer to you is we're going to extend our payment plan to you to make it easy for you to get in on this program, give you time to get started in the program so that within the first 30, 60, 90, in most cases within the first 30 days, you're going to see results. So I'm extending this offer to you. If you would like to be a part of our one-year business coaching program, I want you to text the word coaching. Ramon, what are you going to give me in this one-year business coaching program? Just in case you don't know. Of course, you can go to our website, RamonPreston.com. Click on our one-year coaching program and it will give you all the details of the benefits, the perks, and all the things that come with it. But let me just give you a quick layout of what our one-year business coaching program is about. First of all, we start you out with an initial one-on-one coaching session. So that means when you join our one-year business coaching program, I'm going to take about 2 hours, me personally, 2 hours, and I'm going to walk you through the process of identifying what your goals, what do you want to accomplish in the year. We're going to quantify the goals. We're going to put a game plan together, meaning that we're going to figure out what systems and processes you need. We're going to look at your ideas, see what ideas need to become products and services. If you already have products and services, we're going to see to it that they're properly structured in your business. We want to make sure that they're priced correctly. I'm doing all this in the first initial coaching session. We're going to also see to it that your company is structured correctly. I want to make sure that you have your company structured correctly, meaning that if you don't have a holding company, we can discuss how you can restructure your company as a holding company. We want to make sure that you have certain things that you're doing in your company set up as divisions, subsidiaries. So we literally revamp your whole business and financial life in that 1-2 hour initial one-on-one coaching session. This session can be in person if you're here in the Atlanta area, if you can come here, or it can be virtual, but you're going to get the same results. Once we complete that initial one-on-one coaching session, we're going to give you access to our Blueprint Game Plan. This is our online training program. So we teach hundreds and hundreds of courses, thousands of hours of content on this program on sales, marketing, financial systems, creative tax strategies. We have accounting training on there to show you how to start QuickBooks and set it up properly. We teach you how to structure your holding company. We have a do-it-yourself kit to show you how to file and form your own LLCs. We walk you through the process of learning the ABCs of financial literacy. We teach you about real estate investing. We teach you about goal setting. We have a goal setting course. We have workshops on there. We have masterminds on there. But in addition to the online training program called the Blueprint Game Plan, we give you access to that for a year. We also give you access to 8 live events through the course of your 1 year. Those 8 live events are made up of 4 quarterly masterminds. These masterminds are like 4 to 5 hour deep dives. So each quarter we come together with all of our coaching members and we go through a deep dive for about 4 or 5 hours. We discuss a lot of the deep details of your business. We have Q&A sections. We have interactive activities during those masterminds. They're game changing. They're life changing. We talk about business. We talk about finance. We talk about sales, marketing. We talk about systems. We talk about hiring, firing. We talk about expanding, building product development. We talk about everything in those masterminds. The other 4 live events are called our VIP workshops. And these 4 workshops, which are quarterly, are specifically tailored to teach you the nuts and bolts of sales, marketing, holding companies, business systems, and financial systems, tax strategies, accounting, and the ABCs of financial literacy. So we give you access to 8 live events, and guess what? We also host weekly coaching calls. Every Monday, like tonight, at 5 o'clock p.m., we go live Zoom. It's a virtual coaching call. I teach for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, sometimes 20, 25, depending on how I feel. And then we go into a deep dive with Q&A. So if you have any questions, every week we give you an opportunity to ask questions. And guess what? You also have a personal coaching coordinator. So there's always a go-to person that you can text, call, email, reach out to, who's going to be reaching out to you to see to it that even throughout the course of the days and the weeks in between our coaching calls, our masterminds, and our workshops, that you have somebody who can communicate with you. So if you would like to take advantage of this offer, it's an offer. I took it off the table a couple months ago. I'm bringing it back on the table because I want to extend this offer to our community. I want to give you an opportunity to experience what being a part of a business coaching program is like and how powerful and impactful it can be to you. So I want you to text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. That's if you know without a shadow of a doubt you're ready to be a part of a world-class business coaching program and you want to start, structure, and scale your business, your ministry, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. Now, for those of you that are already on the coaching program, or you may be in our Blueprint Game Plan program, I got an offer for you too. Sure do. Well, what is the offer, Ramon? Here's what the offer is. I am pre-approving you to be a part of our business certification and licensing program. We have put together a business certification program. It's game changing because we're training these individuals who join our business certification program on the systems and the processes of how we consult and coach. So we have a business certification program for consultants and coaches. So even if you're not looking to become a business consultant or coach, but you want to add business consulting and coaching to your inventory. You want to add that to your consulting business and your coaching business. We are pre-approving you. We're going to set up some favorable, feasible terms for you so that it can be easy for you to get in. All you have to do is text the word what? Certify to 404-478-7213. And for those of you that are interested or serious about being a licensee, we have a licensing program. And what the licensing program is providing is not just the certification, because we're going to provide that training for you as well. But as a licensee, we're giving you authorization and access to use our materials, our curriculum. So it's like you are buying a business. You don't even have to create your own material. You don't have to create your own curriculum. You don't have to create your own blueprint game plan, your own training, your own masterminds, your own workshops. If you're a business consultant or you want to be a consultant, you want to be a coach, you want to be a trainer, but you don't want to reinvent the wheel, we have a licensing program for you. And I'm pre-approving everybody. I'm feeling good today. I don't know how long it's going to last, but today I feel good. It might change before the day is over with. But for now, I'm feeling good. So if you would like to be a part of our coaching program, we're going to set the terms up for you, payment terms, to make it easy for you to get in, because we want to get you started. I can almost guarantee you within the first 30 days, you're going to see an increase in your income, an increase in your business. Even if you're working on a job, we have people, listen to me, y'all, we have people who are in our coaching program who are on fixed incomes. Literally. We have people who are on our coaching program who work on jobs and who have businesses as side hustles, who are increasing their income from their job and seeing increase in their business, because we're using systems and strategies and processes that work. They work for me, they work for my team, they work for our clients, and we want them to work for you. So if you want to be a part of the coaching program and you want us to work out some terms that make it easy for you to get in, to get started today, text coaching. If you're in our coaching program or if you're on our blueprint game plan program, we are pre-approving you automatically to go up from the blueprint to coaching, or from coaching to certification and licensing. It's up to you. I want to set up an appointment to speak with you, to talk with you over the terms, to make sure that we can make it work for you so that you can continue to move towards your millionaire way. So text the word coaching or certify to 404-478-7213. I gotta go. I have a coaching client that's on the way. And I got to finish living the millionaire way. I love you. We're going to continue this conversation tomorrow and hopefully throughout this week. And I'm going to keep this offer open because I want you to be a part of this life-changing, game-changing program, whether it's our blueprint, our coaching, our certification, or licensing. We want to help our people get to the next level. And I know, because I'm living that life, I'm operating in those practices, in those disciplines, in those operations and functions of a millionaire. And I understand how important it is for you to have the right information, qualified, the right math, quantified, and the right systems and processes and infrastructure to see the results. So we love you. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here on the